In the darkest corners of the night, where shadows whisper secrets and the air grows heavy with dread, there are stories waiting to be told. Stories that will make your blood run cold and your heart race with fear. Welcome to Night Terrors, where nightmares come to life and every tale is more terrifying than the last. Are you ready to face the darkness? Then sit back, relax, if you dare, and let the horror begin.
John loved his work, but everyone needs a break. I was enjoying mine. Sipping sangria in the Spanish sun, I felt a world away from my office. My phone buzzed, a notification, probably just work emails. I ignored it. Work could wait, life was good. I took another sip, savoring the moment. The sun was warm, the air was sweet. My peace wouldn't last.
His phone buzzed again, insistent now, an unknown number. He answered, annoyed. The voice on the other end chilled him to the bone.
Police here, sir. Are you related to a Miss Sarah Miller?
John's blood ran cold. Sarah, his sister.
There's been an accident.
The flight back was a blur. John's mind raced, replaying the officer's words.
Fire. Unfortunate accident. So sorry for your loss.
He landed, his body numb, his mind a storm of grief and disbelief. Blue lights pulsed outside his sister's apartment building. The smell of smoke lingered in the air, acrid and sharp. An officer approached, his face grim.
Mr. Miller?
John nodded, unable to speak.
We did everything we could.
The officer explained the fire had been electrical, fast-moving. Sarah didn't stand a chance. John felt a wave of nausea. He pictured her trapped, the smoke, the flames. It was unbearable. He thanked the officer, his voice a broken whisper. He couldn't stay here, not now. He needed to be with his family, to share the grief, to try and make sense of the senseless. The drive to his parents' house was agonizing. Each mile felt like a lifetime. John's mind was a whirlwind of memories. Sarah's laugh, her bright smile, gone. He arrived as the sun began to rise, casting a pale light on his childhood home. His parents were devastated, their faces etched with pain. He embraced them, their tears mingling with his own.
The days that followed were a blur of condolences, arrangements, and shared tears. I felt lost, adrift in a sea of grief. I kept replaying the phone call, the officer's words, the image of my sister's apartment building engulfed in flames. The smell of smoke seemed to follow me everywhere. I couldn't escape it, couldn't escape the pain.
After the funeral, John knew he couldn't hide forever. He had to go back to work to face the world again. He dreaded it.
But when I walked into the office, I was met with a wave of sympathy. My colleagues, my friends surrounded me with hugs and kind words. They understood my pain, offered their support.
We brought him coffee, shared stories about Sarah, reminded him he wasn't alone.
Their kindness was a balm to his wounded soul. It reminded him that even in the darkest of times, there is still light, still love. He wasn't ready to laugh, not yet, but he felt a glimmer of hope, a sense that maybe, just maybe, he could get through this. John sat at his desk, staring at the blinking light on his phone. One new voicemail. He hesitated, his heart pounding. He hadn't been able to bring himself to listen to any messages since Sarah's death, but something compelled him. He took a deep breath and pressed play.
Hey John, it's me, just checking in, wondering when you're coming back from Spain. Call me when you get this, okay? Love you, big bro.
The voice that filled his office sent chills down his spine. It was Sarah's, her voice full of life, chattering away on his voicemail.
John's blood ran cold. The voicemail was from the day she died. He listened to it again and again, his mind reeling. How? Why? Was it a cruel trick of technology, a final heart-wrenching echo from beyond the grave? He didn't know, but one thing was certain. This voicemail, this message from his dead sister had shaken him to his core.
John never truly recovered from the loss of his sister. He carried the pain with him, a dull ache in his heart. The voicemail became a haunting reminder, a bittersweet connection to the sister he loved and lost.
I kept it saved on my phone, listening to it whenever the grief threatened to overwhelm me. It was a reminder of her love, her laughter, her presence in my life.
But it was also a constant source of unanswered questions. How could she have left him a message after the fire? Was it a glitch, a miracle, or something else entirely? He didn't have the answers, and he knew he might never have them. But he held on to the voicemail, a fragile thread connecting him to Sarah, a haunting echo of a life cut tragically short.